All right, Mr. Martinez. I need to get my, hi, Tommy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
I have Mr. Martinez over the phone, Cruz Martinez. He was on my 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
But I forgot to call him. I was supposed to give him a phone call and I apologize, Mr. Martinez. I completely forgot. I had a note on it and everything. So I'm glad that we could get you taken care of right now at 1:30. And this is 20 CT 1733.
Okay.
And was a driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Mr. Martinez, are you able to get a driver's license, sir?
They told me that I have to do a 6 months interlock suspension.
6 months interlock, okay. Was that as a result of having a DUI or something like that, sir?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Anybody who's connecting to Zoom, please mute your microphone. All right. Mr. Rapp, would you offer to resolve the case for Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor. It's all $150 fine, loss of prosecution, and state just requested.
Absolutely. All right, so Mr. Martinez, if you did want to resolve your case, a resolution would be that you would be adjudicated guilty. You would have to pay a $150 fine plus the court costs and the cost of prosecution, but that would resolve your case. Your other option would be for us to set this for a trial. I cannot give you 6 months in order to get your license reinstated. It's just too long. I also note that this case has been pending since September of 2020, which means it's 152 days old.
Okay.
So are you interested in accepting the state's offer, sir?
Yes.
Okay. I have a plea date on March the 23rd at 1:30, but I would set you for 2:30 on March the 23rd if you would like to come in and plead.
Yeah, that's
Okay? You're not going to receive a piece of paper from me or anything. It's just going to be, I'm just telling you over the phone, March 23rd at 2:30, come in for your plea, okay?
okay. March 23rd.
March 23rd. Yes, sir. In person.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you then. All right. Who do I have over Zoom? I have someone named Andy. Andy, what's your name, sir?
Andy Gonzalez.
Okay, Mr. Rosales, let me find you.
Said Gonzalez, Your Honor.
Oh, it's Gonzalez? I thought you said Rosales. I'm sorry, sir. Okay. Is it Gonzalez Perez, 19 CT 1244? Mr. Gonzalez Perez, is that right?
Yes.
And he is Ms. Armpriest's client, and she has just stepped out. So we're going to recall your case, or your lawyer just walked out of the courtroom, I think, to speak with someone. So we'll call you again, okay?
Okay.
How about the one that says iPhone Frankie, Franci?
Sorry, miss. Nobody speaks Spanish here because I need interpreter.
Yes, we have an interpreter. Hold on.
Thank you.
Yes, you can approach. Yes, our interpreter is right here, sir. What is
Okay.
your name?
My name is Andy Gonzalez. Andy Gonzalez Perez.
This is Mr. Rosales Perez. Would you tell him that his lawyer has just stepped out of the courtroom, so we have to recall his case?
No escucho. I can't hear. Sorry.
Actually, she's here. Let's address his case right now. Ms. Armpriester, I have Mr. Andy Gonzalez Perez, 19 CT 1244 over Zoom, and he needs the interpreter. What are we doing for this gentleman?
Your Honor, I recently located Mr. Gonzalez Perez.
Has there been an offer made to resolve this case, Mr. Rapp? Six days? Okay. Yes, that would be my request. Mr. Gonzalez Perez, there is an offer to resolve your case, sir.
Señor González Pérez, han hecho una oferta a cambio de su declaratoria de no me opongo.
If you would like to resolve your case, it would be an adjudication of guilt.
Si quieren resolver su caso, le ofrecen que su culpabilidad conste
6 days of jail, which could be served on weekend work,
6 días de cárcel, las cuales puede cumplir durante el fin de semana trabajando,
court costs, and the cost of prosecution.
costas procesales y honorarios de fiscalía.
Was there a fine?
No fine.
No fine. Sir, are you interested in accepting that offer?
¿Le interesa esa oferta?
Pues, no, sorry, no entiendo la parte de lo que me dijo después de los 6 días, 6 días trabajando y lo otro, ¿qué sería? Disculpe.
Understand the part about the 6 days, 6 days working,
6 days in jail.
6 días de cárcel.
Ajá.
In your county, you can serve those days by going to the jail and working during the day and going home at night.
En este condado, en lugar de estar encerrado, puede trabajar e irse a su casa por la tarde.
So basically
Okay.
what it is, it's an opportunity for you to do some community service and you won't have to spend the night in jail.
Básicamente, usted va a cumplir con ciertos trabajos comunitarios y no tiene que estar encerrado. ¿Entendió?
Sí, sí. Y sería solo por 6 días.
And it will only be 6 days.
6 days and it would be on the weekends.
Sí, señor, y tendría que hacerlo el fin de semana.
Ok.
Ok.
¿Y qué consecuencia para después para mi licencia traería si agarro la culpabilidad? Solo sería pagar eso, no tendría nada que ver con mi licencia.
What consequences will that have with my license? Will I have to pay the fines and that will not affect my license?
I have no idea how it will affect his license. Right now, he's charged with failing to obey driver's license restrictions ordered by the court.
La juez no sabe qué consecuencias podría tener con su licencia. Usted está acusado de no haber cumplido con restricciones que le aplicaron a su licencia. ¿Entendió?
Sí, sí.
Ok.
So what would you like to do, sir? Would you like to accept the offer that the state has made, or would you like to not accept it?
¿Qué quiere hacer? ¿Aceptar la oferta que el Estado le ha hecho o prefiere ir a juicio? ¿Qué quiere hacer?
Podría darle la respuesta a mi abogada más tarde y la abogada le dé saber a la corte. Es que necesito coordinar mi trabajo porque, ¿sabes? Ahora mismo tengo trabajo, tengo todo. Necesito ver cómo puedo hacer eso, para coger la oferta.
I have a job. I don't know how will I be able to do it. I would like to talk to my lawyer.
Okay, I just want you to understand, sir, and I appreciate, Mr. Unpriester, that you're new to this case. This case is 629 days old. The next case,
Este caso es 629, tiene 629 días. Es un caso viejo y la juez quiere resolverlo.
I am not continuing it.
Así es que no le va a conceder ningún aplazamiento.
This case is going to be set for trial
Este caso se va a poner en la lista de los juicios
March 22nd at 1:30.
marzo 22 a la 1:30.
If you do decide that you want to accept the state's offer,
No, sorry.
Señor, escúcheme, usted me
Okay.
está hablando a la vez conmigo.
you will
Judge,
need,
he's talking at the same time with me.
what's he asking you?
I don't know because I'm telling him what you say and he's talking, so we
Tell
can.
him he needs to listen to me right now. No questions until I'm done.
Señor, no pregunte nada hasta que la juez no termine de hablarle.
Sir, your case is almost 2 years old,
Su caso tiene casi 2 años,
which is ridiculous.
lo cual es ridículo.
This case is going to be resolved one of 2 ways.
Este caso va a ser resuelto de un modo o de otro.
Number one, you could accept the state's offer if you'd
Número
like,
1, puede aceptar la oferta del Estado
or you will have a trial.
o ir a juicio.
I'm not continuing it anymore.
No le voy a dar ningún aplazamiento.
Ok. Ok, yo voy a aceptar lo que me estaba diciendo el Estado.
Also, sir, it is your responsibility to keep the court informed of your address and a good phone number.
Además, es su responsabilidad mantener al tribunal informado de su dirección y su teléfono.
That's been part of the difficulty here. We haven't known where you are.
Ese ha sido parte del problema. Usted no le ha informado a su abogado cómo encontrarlo.
See, your case is set for trial March 22nd at 1:30.
Así es que su caso está para juicio el 22 de marzo a la 1:30.
If you do want to accept the state's offer, you need to let your lawyer know right away, because it costs a lot of money to subpoena witnesses and to bring people here when we have a defendant who changes their mind.
Si usted quiere aceptar la oferta, comuníquese con su abogado lo antes posible para que se lo informe. Cuesta mucho dinero traer testigos y preparar un juicio. Así es que usted decide.
Sí, yo voy a aceptar la oferta.
You need to be here in person on March the 22nd, sir, not over Zoom. I need you in the courtroom.
El día 22 de marzo.
Mandatory court appointment.
Tiene que comparecer obligadamente. O sea, tiene que estar aquí en persona.
Señor intérprete, ¿usted me está escuchando?
¿Sí?
Le estoy diciendo que para que le diga a la jueza que que yo voy a aceptar la oferta.
I said before that I want to take the offer.
Okay. You want to take the offer?
Sí, yes.
Yeah.
We might be able to get it on Tuesday.
That's what I was thinking. I just want to see,
I certainly don't know.
just want to see how bad that day is. I could do it tomorrow. I had a couple of cases drop off for tomorrow. Sir, are you able to be in court at 1:30 tomorrow?
Señor, ¿puede venir al tribunal mañana a la 1:30?
Mañana a 1:30.
Mañana a la 1:30.
Y tendría que ir al tribunal a hacer qué tengo que hacer.
And I will have to do, I will need to go to court to do what?
I talked to him tonight, decided that he wants to come to Naples tomorrow to plead, or he wants to go to trial on March 22nd.
Okay.
Su abogado se va a comunicar con usted.
I think that's a good idea. And then if he does want to do a plea, then I'll find him some time. Because if I do this with every single person I've got on this docket this afternoon, we're going to be here till Sunday.
So he's gonna do, whenever you want to set us, Judge, I'll take care of the rest.
Okay. All right. You're going to be set for March the 22nd for trial, and we'll figure it out between then. Maybe you can spend some time with him. I just don't think he's getting it. I don't know. I think he gets some of it, but not all of it. So you might need 4.
March 22nd.
March 22nd, sir. Thank you.
Señor, marzo 22.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else over Zoom that does not speak English needs an interpreter?
Alguien en Zoom que necesita intérprete.
Anybody?
¿Nadie?
Anybody over Zoom that needs an interpreter?
Disculpe.
What's your name?
Yusimir Rodriguez.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute. It's easier to just have you here so we can get them taken care of. You see me, Rodriguez Varela?
Varela. Yes.
Varela, 20 CT 299, Ms. Armbrister. She is also your client.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a situation similar to the last one. My contact is already did on Zoom. I wouldn't go to court for one last continuance now that I do have contact information for her. Judge, in her defense, there does appear to be a lot more at issue than with the prior client in terms of her ability to be in touch with an attorney. She did inform people with my office that she was moving to Nebraska. That was kind of at the turn of events that we're all aware of.
Okay.
I do believe believe that she would like to resolve this case and she'll do what she can to resolve it. It's just difficult with her being in Nebraska and,
You could do a plea in absentia?
that is something I'm gonna consider. I just need to discuss all that with her, and actually look at her license for what's holding her up. I don't believe this was set for a trial, more so for mandatory appearance. And
I think it was too.
She has availed herself.
All right, Ms. Varela, what is your address? Because all your mail is being returned.
Señora Rodríguez, ¿cuál es su dirección? Toda la correspondencia que se le manda está siendo devuelta.
Mi dirección ahorita es 319 Guanum, South Guanum,
319.
319 South Guanum, South Guanum,
South 1
Street, Grand Island,
¿Cómo?
Grand Island,
Grand Island?
yes,
Grand Island.
Nebraska. ¿Cuál es que no va? 6881, apartamento 305.
Se la voy a repetir a ver si está bien.
Correcto.
319 South 1 Street, Grand Island, Nebraska.
Bien.
6881 apartamento 305.
Correcto.
6801.
6801. El psicólogo es 68801.
Okay, ayudaron al 319 South 1 Street.
319 South First Street?
Correct. Grand Island,
Uh-huh.
Nebraska, 68801. Apartment 305.
Apartment 305, thank you. You got that, Tommy?
I got it.
Awesome. Okay, so now the next question is, Mr. Rabb, have you made an offer in this one to resolve it?
Because she's
I'm happy to put one on the record.
Thank you.
United States offers a withholding adjudication, a $150 fine, or cost and the cost of prosecution.
Okay, could you convey that to her?
Señora,
Sí.
el Estado le está haciendo una oferta. Su culpabilidad no va a constar. $150 de multa, costas procesales y honorarios de abogado.
Correcto. Sí, cojo la multa.
I'll take it.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna receive paperwork from your lawyer, ma'am.
Su abogado se va a comunicar con usted por correo.
Correcto.
Okay.
And once you get that paperwork, you'll need to make sure it gets filled out and sent back to us, and that way we can take care of your case without you ever having to appear.
Una vez reciba la correspondencia, cumpla con lo que se le pide para que resuelva y no tenga que venir para acá más.
Ok. ¿Puedo pagar mi multa por mi tarjeta desde aquí arriba?
Can I pay my fines with my credit card from here?
Yes, you can pay it online. She'll have the fines after we do her plea. It's gonna take a little while.
Sí, lo puede hacer con su tarjeta de crédito, pero tiene que esperar que su abogado se comunique con usted y que usted resuelva. Entonces, lo último es pagar.
Ok, y los 500 pesos que tengo de fianza ahorita ahí, ¿los pierdo?
What about the $500 that I paid for bond?
I'll talk to her about that at a later date. I need her email address to send her the information.
De eso van a hablar con usted también, pero necesitan su correo electrónico para poder comunicarse con usted. ¿Cuál es su correo electrónico?
You see me, Yusimi Rodríguez 4 @gmail.com.
Se la voy a leer. Yusimi Rodríguez, número 4, @gmail.com.
Sí.
Yusimi Rodríguez, number 4, @gmail.com. Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Gracias.
¿Ya puedo colgar?
March 22nd.
Espera un
at 10.
segundo.
Ok.
Your Honor, Landon Miller here.
Hi, Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, can I have just 1 second? I'm trying to make sure I get everybody who speaks Spanish off of Zoom right now. Do you mind?
That's what I was gonna talk about, because you've already called my client, Francie.
Oh, okay.
For John.
There, I see Francie. What's her last name?
It's Q-U-I-J-A-N-A, case
Got
number
it.
20 CT 1622.
Yes, and she speaks Spanish?
Well, it's a he, Judge, and
Sorry.
I've been speaking English with him this entire time, but today when I spoke with him, he indicated that he would understand an interpreter better. If we
Okay.
can- If we can just get him on to see if he wants an interpreter.
Hi there, Mr. Ojeda. Do you need the interpreter, sir? And you're muted. You need to unmute.
Señor Ojeda. Abra el micrófono, señor Ojeda. Ojeda. Abre el micrófono.
I'm hitting, the ask to unmute. Did we lose him? No?
No, he's there, Judge.
Yeah, he's there.
There he is. There he is.
Can you hear me? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I heard.
You can hear me. All right, good. All right, Mr. Miller.
Mr. Graham, you and I spoke earlier today. You said that you understand English, but it'd be better if you had an interpreter.
Señor Ojeda, cuando hablamos hoy, usted indicó que usted sabía inglés, pero que prefería comunicarse con intérprete.
Sí.
¿Sí? Yes.
Sí.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Miller, what are we doing, sir?
Well, Mr. Rabb and I have been speaking about this case, Judge, and my client is adamant that he lives in Maryland, as probably you can tell by where he's at right now.
It does look cold.
Yes. And so he's not interested in anything other than a trial.
Okay, well, we can give him a trial.
Understood.
For the record, today was supposed to be a trial. As Mr. Miller stated, the state and defense counsel have been in negotiations. We've been trying to get some form of evidence that would be sufficient for the state to
Okay.
potentially take alternative action on this case. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do that. The state did call off their witness in anticipation of that, and therefore the state is not ready for trial today. The
Okay.
state will request a continuance to your next nonjury trial.
Well, I'd like to have him here. So let's set it for trial, March 22nd at 1:30, and let's get him here. Okay,
I
sir?
understand, Judge, and I will speak to Mr. Rabb further off of Zoom. I may be able to get the documents that he wants, as I was just informed today by Mr. Quijana that he is actually moving into a new residence up in Maryland, out of the one that he was currently at.
Okay. Well, as of right now, I'm setting it for trial, that 22nd date. And if you guys can work it out before that, wonderful. If not, sir, we'll see you March 22nd in person.
Señor Ojeda, nos vemos el día 22 de marzo en persona. Marzo 22 en persona.
Está bien.
Ok.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Anybody else over Zoom speak Spanish?
¿Alguien más que hable español por Zoom?
I have 2 people over Zoom right now. Do either one of you need an interpreter?
Tengo 2 personas en Zoom en este momento. ¿Alguno de ustedes habla español?
No, I do not.
Okay, thank you. So let's start with the lady who just turned on her video. What is your name, ma'am? Thank you.
Danielle Cascanet.
Okay, Ms. Castanet. All right. Yes, you may. I don't even see her on here. Did we already address her case?
So she should have been, this was one we had addressed it on earlier, if we could have, I do believe it was set for trial on the 22nd.
Okay. So Ms. Castanet, we've set your case for trial on the 22nd. Do you have a good number for her, a good address? So that you can speak with her? So Ms. Castanet, your case has been set for trial on March 22nd at 1:30. But could you give us your phone number and email for the record so we can make sure that you're able to get a hold of Ms. Armpriester, your attorney, and you guys can talk about whether there's an alternate resolution, please?
Yeah.
What's your email?
Would you want me to tell her that? So like
She's
no
right
one
here.
will.
So I was just going to tell her right here. She's here.
Okay. It's 232-5062.
5062. And what's your email?
DMURO DMURO 1121 at gmail.
At what?
At gmail.com.
Was it an N or an M? DN or DM?
It's D Muro, like
Oh,
Muro.
Gmail. Okay, Gmail.
Yeah.
Got it. Did you get that, Mr. Priester?
Yes, I got the phone number and the email.
Yes. Okay, so as of right now, your case is set for that March the 22nd date. If you're able to come up with a different resolution, we'll give you a different date sooner than that, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
God
Yes.
bless you.
You too. Oh, hold on. The state wants to put the offer to resolve your case on the record. What would that be?
Thank you, Your Honor. Right now, the state's offering
Adjudication
adjudication of guilt,
of guilt,
6 months probation,
6 months probation,
10 days weekend work.
10 days jail, which can be served weekend work, which means you go in the morning and you go out with the officers and do some community service and you go home at night. Yes? Credit for any time served. $2,041.80 in restitution to the victim.
1 month driver's license suspension
1 month DL suspension
and all costs.
and all of the costs, court costs, cost of prosecution, and the public defender fees. That's the current offer, so that you have it. Of course, you can talk with your attorney about that as well, but I wanted you to know that that's the present offer, okay?
Thank you. Okay.
All right, thank you.
God bless you.
All right, bye, thank you. All right, who's over Zoom on the phone number?
My name is Eric Hunter.
All right, Mr. Hunter, let me find you.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hunter, this is 19 CT 863.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Trying to find my notes. Come on. So the last time I talked with you, Mr. Hunter, I set your case for today and said it was a final continuance.
I'm sorry about a continuance.
The last time I set your case, I set it for today and I said it was going to be a final continuance. I think the last time we spoke, you were indicated to me that you were in the process of getting your driving privileges reinstated. Have you done that?
I had submitted something. I'm not exactly sure who I sent it to. It stated as a letter from PennDOT, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, that stated they were taking no suspension on my license.
Mr. Rabb?
I mean, if I have to, I apologize.
I don't have anything in our file.
Do you still have a copy of that, sir, that you could provide that to my judicial assistant who could share it with the state?
Yes.
So her email is J as in Jennifer, McAllister,
Yes.
M. You have her email? I need you to email
I do.
that.
I have been emailing back and forth with her. Yes.
Yes, could you send her that notice from the Pennsylvania Department of Motor Vehicles that shows that your license is not suspended?
Yes.
Mr. Rabb, what would be the resolution of this case if in fact his license is not suspended? Okay,
Eventually, it makes it possible.
okay. Okay. So, sir, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna continue your case until, March the 22nd at 1:30. That way you
Okay.
can come in. I will need you to come in person, because the state is gonna reduce its offer, it appears, to something better for you, if in light of the fact that you, do have your driver's license, but, I won't be able to do a plea for you unless you're here in person.
Okay, I'm gonna I'll see what I can do, but I do live in Pennsylvania,
Your license,
and I do.
the license that I have for you is 1735 Brantley Road, Unit 1809, Fort Myers, Florida 33907.
That wasn't the license that I was under. I had a Pennsylvania license. I was living there previously, but I've since moved back to Pennsylvania.
Okay, the only way that I can do a plea for you without you present is if you have an attorney represent you. You could certainly apply for the services of the public defender and see if the public defender here could help you. You need to do that through the clerk of courts, because we do things here called pleas in absentia, but it needs to be prepared by an attorney.
Okay. I can reach out to the public defender's office or reach out to an attorney as well. And I can submit that information from PennDOT to Miss McAllister as soon as I get off the phone call. So I'll make sure that is all in and taken care of.
Okay. Might make sense to put him on a 10 o'clock. I'm not gonna put him on a 1:30.
In your honor, if he doesn't have private public defender, he can fill out his application for identity online through the website, calling our office, we would be able to assist you in this.
So if you go to the collierclerk.com website, you should be able to find an application for indigency there, which will allow you to make application for the services of the public defender. It goes actually through the clerk of courts, not through the public defender's office, okay?
Okay.
All right. So March 22nd
All
at
right.
10 will be your next date, not 1:30, as I said earlier. All right?
10 a.m. on the 22nd, correct?
Yes, and we'll have new Zoom codes for that day as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye. All right, Mr. Rab, Ms. Armpriester, are there cases that y'all are doing something other than trying today?
Yes,
Sure.
technically, we can start with the left part of Hannah, in CPT 2926.
Okay, Mr. Cartagena?
Please, President, approach me. Judge, I have a fully filled out plea form. We'd like to withdraw our previous plea and include not guilty in exchange for plea no contest.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, this also contribution bill, fine.
Wait a minute, if we're gonna do pleas, we need the clerk here. Because we have to fingerprint them.
I'll come down now, Your Honor.
Thanks, Tommy. How many pleas do we have? Okay, hey, thanks, Tommy. Yeah, let's take anybody that we can take that's not doing a plea first.
Judge, in that case, there's a gentleman, Mr. Justin Lewis Bedard, 19 CT 2831. Judge, he arrived today. He doesn't have a lawyer. I encouraged him to go to the first floor. He did that. I'm newly appointed to his case.
Your Honor.
Yes?
This case was set for trial today. Our witnesses were present.
Okay.
This case is old, to say the least.
19 CT 2831.
I do understand that Ms. Armpriesters case, or Ms. Armpriesters office was just retained on this. But for the record, this case is from early 2019. Our witness is present.
I'm just trying to understand why in 441 days that a lawyer wasn't either retained or appointed before now, and today's the day of trial.
And to be candid, Your Honor, I usually stand outside to keep the thing to see who they are, and I asked him what are the lawyers he did state that he would try to get a public defender. It would appear no one explained it specifically enough to where to go. It's not the first time we've heard that since my return back. Sometimes it can be complicated. I didn't know that this was the case that for trial where a witness was present, or I wouldn't have been so nonchalant about it. However, I am going to the case.
And Your Honor, the state would also point out that the defendant was initially offered conversion.
Yeah, I see that.
There was also an alternative offer with full adjudication for the ongoing fine or cost of prosecution. If Ms. Armbrust here needs some time to discuss that with the client, but the defendant would consider taking that off for today. We can resolve that later this afternoon. But again,
Yeah, I think we need to recall this.
Yeah, okay. He owes $1,400, so it's not something that he can pay right now. However, he did file his taxes. He said earlier he will soon have the money. And I'm wondering if Project Greenlight would be able to assist. If there's any way that we could, even if we reset for trial on March the 22nd at 1:30, that at least gives me time to do my due diligence on this matter.
What's the current offer, Mr. Reb?
Your Honor, the state's offer right now, diversion is off the table based on the age of the case. The state's offer to withhold adjudication on the draw line with also cost of prosecution.
We'll accept it.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we're gonna have him wait too. Are you here for this case, ma'am? Thank you for waiting patiently. We got it resolved though. Thank you for coming in.
And Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
well, the defendant recently, I said,
Yes, of course.
thank you.
Thanks for coming down, Tommy. Yes? Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I like your mask. Very cute.
I have a wedding gift.
Oh, it's cute. Oh. Oh, thank you. Where are you going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just call Jen. You can come in and come visit with me. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was gonna come and get you.
Hi. I'm standing for a minute. Happy President's Day on a day that everyone I know has off except for me.
Yeah, I know.
What about you? You too?
Yeah, I called my doctor's appointment at the health department really quick for today.
Super close.
And she's like, no, she's leaving yesterday. She saw my extension. I said, same thing you are.
My friends are like, oh, we're going to the beach. I'm like, you don't really actually have to tell me that. I don't need to know that.
So, Mr. Secretary, taking a plea, correct?
I think we've got 3 people that are taking pleas.
Okay, the one we were on with was.
The one that we were on was Mr.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess Mr. Bedard is also going to be a plea, right? And everybody's going to enter into a plea been provided with a plea form? Okay, awesome. Yes, ready?
Does the state just put their offer on the record, adjudication, fine, for cost prosecution, and maybe asking the $6 option?
Okay.
Will we understand the payment process?
All right, let me just pull his case up again. And for the record, again, this is case number 19CT2926. We need to get you sworn in, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes.
Me. All right, sir, will you please state your full name and date of birth for the record? And sir, you've been charged with driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Maximum on this one first is 60, right? maximum time you can serve in jail on that, 60 days in jail. Do you understand that? And knowing that, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Have you read and signed a plea form? Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering into this plea? Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your best interest? Do you think that you should do this? Do you think it's in your best interest to do this today, to enter this plea?
Yes.
And sir, has anyone threatened you or made you any promises to cause you to enter into this plea?
No.
And sir, you've been represented by Ms. Armpriest. Are you satisfied with her advice?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for her or for me before we finalize your plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that would affect your ability to enter into this plea? Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that this plea would likely be used against you in a deportation proceeding? Mr. Rabb, anything else I need to ask this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor. Does the defendant understand that driving with a license suspended is an enhanceable offense, meaning that if he is convicted of this crime again in the future, he can be responsible for higher fines, additional jail time, and qualification as an habitual traffic offender?
Yes.
You also understand that driving with a suspended license might mean that the Department of Highway Safety Motor Vehicle may impose an additional sanction on you?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Armpriest, do you stipulate to a factual basis and venue for the purpose of the plea?
Yes.
All right, sir. So the court will accept your plea, find that it's freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently made, that there is a factual basis for your plea and that venue is in Collier County. To the charge of driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked, the court will adjudicate you guilty, order you to pay a $150 fine, plus the court costs of prosecution and all applicable public defender fees. And sir, I can give you up to 90 days to pay. How much time would you like to pay? Looks like it's $527.50. Looks like it's the total. 90 days to pay, sir. Okay, thank you. All right, Tommy, looks good. Thank you. Mr. Smith. All right. All right, Mr. Smith. Hi, how are you?
Judge Fitzgerald is driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked.
Okay.
I withdraw our previous standard plea of no contest, of no, not guilty in exchange for a plea of no contest. For adjudication of jail, fine, all appropriate, court costs, cost of prosecution, and the absence of jail on the defender fees. May I go?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, sir, we need to get you sworn in.
Do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
All right, sir, can you please state your full name and date of birth for the record? And sir, you're charged with driving with this license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Do you understand that the maximum amount of time you could spend on that charge is 60 days in jail? And knowing that, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Have you read and signed a plea form? Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering into this plea? Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your best interest? Has anybody threatened you or made you any promises to get you to enter into this plea? And sir, you've been represented by Ms. Armpriest. Are you satisfied with her advice? Do you have any questions for her or for me before we continue with your plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that would affect your ability to enter into this plea? Do you suffer from any mental illnesses? Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that this plea would likely be used against you in a deportation proceeding? All right, I'm going to try and remember the next questions. Do you understand that driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked is an enhanceable crime, which means that in some instances it can be charged as a felony? And a habitual traffic offender, right? And that you could be declared a habitual traffic offender if you can commit multiple offenses for driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. That if you commit multiple offenses for driving while your license is suspended, you could be determined to be a habitual traffic offender. Is that it, Mr. Rabb?
And that the Department of Motor Vehicles and Highway Safety may take additional action if it's certified.
Yes. The Department of Motor Vehicles can take additional action on your license. Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Armpriest, do you stipulate your factual basis and venue for the purpose of the plea? All right, sir, so the court will accept your plea, find that it's freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently made. Also that there's a factual basis for your plea and venue in Collier County. To the charge of driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked, court will adjudicate you guilty, impose a $150 fine, plus court costs and the cost of prosecution and all applicable public defender fees. As I said to the gentleman before you, I can give you up to 90 days to pay. It's the same amount that he would be he was obligated to pay, $527.50. How much time would you like? I will give you 90 days. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go, Tommy.
Judge, next up we can call Mr. Roberto Herrera Suarez. He requires the use of the Spanish interpreter, 20 CT 581.
What was his last name again?
Herrera Suarez.
Herrera.
First name Roberto.
Herrera Suarez. There he is. All right.
Present before the court along with the interpreter.
Great.
Judge, this was set for mandatory appearance.
Yes.
This was set for mandatory appearance.
Su caso había sido puesto para comparecencia obligada.
And Mr. Roberto Herrera Suarez has presented himself to your honor.
Thank you, sir, for being here.
Gracias, señor comisario.
He would like to avail himself to the state's offering of diversion at this time.
Okay.
El Estado le ha ofrecido el programa alternativo al cual usted está dispuesto a aceptar.
We'll just need a control date, and I've explained to him to go to the first floor probation window by the
Solamente
next.
necesita que le den una fecha para regresar y su abogado le va a explicar que tiene que ir al primer piso de lo que tiene que hacer.
All right, so sir, your case will be scheduled for March the 22nd at 10 a.m.
Su caso está siendo programado para el día 22 de marzo a las 10 de la mañana.
However, if you're completing the diversion task assigned to you, you will not need to come back to court.
Si para entonces usted ya se ha inscrito en el programa, ha firmado el contrato, ese día no tiene que regresar.
Completing diversion will result in the charges being dismissed against you.
Si usted completa el programa exitosamente, los cargos le van a ser desestimados, quitados.
Sound good? Okay.
Judge, I would ask that we make it mandatory that he go meet with Mr. Cruz today to set up an appointment so that he at least has that as well.
Yes, please go downstairs and set up your appointment with Mr. Cruz today on the first floor.
Vaya para el primer piso al departamento de probatoria y le haga una cita con el señor Cruz para que se registre en el programa.
Okay, we already took care of that one.
And here's your paperwork with that control date. You're good to go, Mr. Cruz.
Ahí
needs the
está.
case number.
Ahí está el papel con la fecha de control, que es el 22 de marzo, y la persona también se tiene que morir. Señor.
Judge, next up we would call Jordan Jeffrey Wood, 19 CT 2943.
Okay.
And Your Honor, if I may indulge the court and the clerk, Mr. Wood has a VIP hearing set tomorrow.
Okay.
If we would be, I have the case number, so we would be able to enter our admission now, and he doesn't have to come back.
Okay, what's the case number?
19 CT 1475.
1475?
Correct.
Was it VOP based on this?
Yes.
Any problem adding that, Tommy?
Nope, got it.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. It's Pat, like,
Mr. Tommy.
it's the Tommy works. Pat has way too much levels in it.
I don't know very many of your last name, Tommy, of the clerks. And you guys always pop up on my screen as
Yeah,
Tommy,
first
Ellen, so.
Well, nobody knows, like, everyone thinks it's
Right.
No, I can't change it.
All right, I'm just trying to find him. Is he on tomorrow
Yes, Judge.
at 9?
For hearing.
Oh, he's on at 10. All right. Let's find him. There he is. I just want to take a look at the VOP warrant.
I believe the only violation was a position 5 law violation from the instinct today.
Let's see.
There is still a matter of DUI school, which speaking with defense counsel, my understanding is that there is a delay in being able to complete it, however, the defendant is registered.
Oh, okay, that's good.
He has the money, he has the ability, DUI school booked up till the end of March.
Oh, okay.
And based on the age of the cases, Your Honor, the DOP and the law, the state feels that it's best if this matter is all.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
There is a credit time served on the VOP, so Mr. Wood is willing to accept that.
Okay. I don't even see the VOP. Trying to find it.
It's order to appear for violation of probation, and then behind that is.
Oh, is that where it is? Okay, I see the order
It's
up here.
buried in there a little bit.
Yeah. So it says $180 in arrears. Number 2, cost of supervision, and 10, $299.25 is remaining for court costs, etc. And then number 2 is cost of supervision. And then number 12, which would be the DUI school. Okay. And the offer on that was what again? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. For the VOP, who offers adjudication, revoking the sentence, time served, conditions outstanding.
Okay. All right, that takes care of that one. Now let's look back to the one we have before me today.
Judge, the one before you say
That one was simple too, actually. You just say knock on wood. Oh, I do love humor in the afternoon. All right, 19 CT 2943. What are we doing with the deal suspended?
we're withdrawing our previous and not guilty in exchange for legal contest, adjudication of guilt, 6 months of probation to early terminate upon completion of 10 days in the weekend. And court cost restitution, and we would be asking for the code.
We do 2 separate plea forms on this, right? Because we have to do a
I have an
VOP.
admission form,
Okay.
VOP, and a plea form.
Okay, sounds good. We need to get you sworn in. Yep, thank you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you.
15th of February. All right, sir, will you please state your full name and your date of birth for the record?
December 6th, 1981.
All right, and Mr. Wood, in case number 19 CT 2943, your driving while your license is suspended, canceled, or revoked, do you understand the maximum time you could spend in jail on that is 60 days in the Collier County Jail? And sir, in 19 CT 1475, violation of your probation, was the original charge a DUI?
Yes.
Was it a DUI first? That the maximum time in jail you could have spent on that would have been 180 days in the Collier County Jail. Oh, it was a second? That the maximum you could have spent on that would have been 270 days in the Collier County Jail. Do you understand that, sir? And knowing that, how do you wish to plea to the driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked charge? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And 2, violating conditions 2, 10, and 12 in case number 19 CT 1475, are you admitting those violations? Do you agree that you were placed on probation and that you had certain tasks that remained outstanding that you were violated on? Have you read and signed a plea form in both cases? Do you understand all the rights you'll be giving up by entering into this plea? Are you entering into the pleas in both cases because you believe it's in your best interest? Has anyone threatened you or made you any promises to get you to enter into the plea today? And you've been represented by Ms. Arnpriester. Are you satisfied with her advice? Do you have any questions for her or for me about either the violation of probation or the new charge before we go forward with your plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to enter into this plea? Do you suffer from any mental illnesses? Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, these pleas could be used against you in a deportation proceeding? Do you understand that driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked is an enhanceable crime, which means that in some instances it could be charged as a felony? And also that you could be designated as a habitual traffic offender should you continue to commit more of these offenses? And that it also could be used as an additional basis with which the Florida Department of Driver's Licenses could suspend your driving privileges. Did I cover them all? Oh, I have thumbs up. That doesn't mean that I'll remember them again, but I got them for today. All right, Ms. Arnpriester, do you stipulate to factual basis and venue for the purposes of the plea? All right, so sir, the court will accept your plea in both cases, find that it was freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently made, and that there is venue in Collier County and a factual basis for your plea. In case number 19 CT 2943, driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked, the court will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 6 months of supervised probation. Special condition is that you will serve 10 days in the Collier County Jail on the weekend work program, and that your probation will terminate upon your successful completion of the same. You will also be responsible for the court costs, the cost of prosecution, and the public defender fees. In case number 19 CT 1475 on the violation of probation, the court will accept your admission, will revoke and resentence you as follows. You'll be adjudicated guilty and you'll be sentenced to time served, and you'll be responsible for the court costs, cost of prosecution, and the public defender fees. Thank you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. There you go, Tommy.
Judge, may I have 30 seconds to refer to this regard?
Sure. Looks good. Thank you.
We're ready to proceed, Judge.
All right.
19 CT 2831 for Mr. Justin Bedard.
All right. I just got to find him. Yes, ma'am.
Be entering an exchange for the state's offer a plea of no contest for a withhold $100 fine for cost of prosecution. Judge, I've been on the case all 3 minutes. I'm not sure if I really did anything, but since I have pointed, I don't think you can believe it.
They can't. But hey, it helped get it done, right? Yeah.
And the state did remove.
There we go. Even better. All right. How do we spell his last name? I'm not finding him. Oh, with a B. I was looking under P. All right. Case number 19 CT 2831. And it would be a withhold adjudication, court cost, cost of prosecution, public defender fee. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You get sworn in.
$100 fine.
Oh, $100 fine. Gotcha. All right. You get you sworn in.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
All right, sir. Could you please state your full name and your date of birth for the record?
Justin Lewis Bedard, 07/28/95.
And sir, you've been charged with driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Do you understand that the maximum time you could spend in jail on this is 60 days? Have you read and signed a plea form? Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering into this plea? Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interest? Has anyone threatened you or made you any promises to cause you to enter into this plea? And you've been represented by Ms. Armpriest. Are you satisfied with her advice? Do you have any questions for her or for me before we continue with your plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to enter into this plea? Do you suffer from any mental illnesses? Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that this plea would likely be used against you in a deportation proceeding? Do you understand that driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked is an enhanceable crime, which means there are times that it could be charged as a felony? Do you understand that it could also be the basis for a finding of it that you would be a habitual traffic offender? And do you also understand that it could allow the Department of Motor Vehicles to further suspend your driving privileges? Yes? All right. Ms. Armpriest, do you stipulate to a factual basis and venue for the purpose of the plea? So the court at this time will accept your plea, find that it's freely, voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently made, that there is a factual basis for your plea, and venue is in Collier County. To the charge of driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked, the court will withhold adjudication of guilt. Will be a $100 fine plus court costs, cost of prosecution, and all applicable public defender fees. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Okay. And do you need any additional time to pay, sir? I can give you between 30 and 90 days. Sure, 90 days pay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And so we've got a couple other people in the back of the courtroom. Are they represented by you, or are they pro se? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's have these two folks come on up. And they need you need the interpreter? Okay. Hi, what's your name? Batista. All right, and this is 20 CT 1366. All right, Mr. Batista. Thank you. And you're 17, is that right? And you're in charge of, oh, sorry, no valid driver's license. Do you have the ability to get a driver's license? And what do you need to do in order to get your driver's license? Okay, how long do you think it'll take you to do that? This is your mom? Yes, do you understand English? Not much. Can you help her, please? Thank you. Okay, so the reason why I had you guys come in today is because this case has been going on for 208 days. Which means we got to come up with a plan for you to get your driver's license, or I have to set your case for a trial. Have you tried to take the test yet? Just once and you didn't pass it? When is your next plan to take it? Well, maybe you could go take it right after court. Yeah. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you one more month. I'm gonna give you until March the 22nd at 10 a.m. And that gives you plenty of time to go try and take that test and pass it. All right? That sound good to you? That work for you? You're his mom? So that means you're gonna have to practice so you can get your license. Mr. Rabb?
For the record, defendant does qualify for diversion.
Okay.
That's an option.
I think he's gonna pass his test. I'm gonna let him come back in a month. I think you just gotta practice a little bit with your mom so you can get that license, all right? If you can't get it, there will be other options available to you, but I think you'll be able to get it. For the record, I'll just let you guys know, I didn't pass my driving test the first time I did it either, and it's a bummer. Parallel parking. Terrible. So it happens. Yeah, you'll get there. That's right. All right, we'll see you in a month, okay? All right, good luck. Okay, and then let's find out who this gentleman is in the back.
This is Mr. Lorenzo Juan Gaspar. If Ms. Lucita is related to the author.
Gaspar. Okay, 20 CT 1205. I feel like we're still missing a lot of people that were supposed to be with us today.
We have a lot of bench warrants.
I think we do. It's so exciting. You find bench warrants exciting? No? I have a lot of people that haven't been gracing me with their presence, and they're like, they don't feel like coming. I mean, I don't know why. We have so much fun. That's the same one from this morning? Next time I come in here and I see you with one of those, I'm gonna bring you a cup with some ice, because that's gonna taste really bad by now. It's like 7-hour-old warm Coke. No.
this on the record too.
You know what? I think upstairs they get like super bored until the end of my dockets when all hell breaks loose. Oh yeah, they're totally listening. Oh, they are. I got like this whole room where they're all sitting there watching intently. It's true. I'm just gonna ask you ladies up there to delete the word hell from the record, please. Any swear words, just delete them. Or bleep them, like when you're watching like reality TV and they say a bad word, go beep.
Catch exactly what they're gonna say.
Oh, you know what they're gonna say.
That's the first part, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to do that.
He's gonna do a plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We did. We got a lot done today. This was a good idea. We're gonna be doing this again.
It's very
Yes.
a little stressful, but helpful.
Yeah, I know it's a little stressful, but it,
I mean, everyone's upset he's had the same diet so far that I haven't even had.
I haven't had one either. You know, I've had the same water, but I just keep adding water and yeah. That was the first thing I bought when I was a judge, is I got one of those little igloo ice makers because it has to be cold. It's gotta be really cold. Yeah, no.
So I bought the public sells ice trays that are like raw, narrow ice, so they just go right inside the bottle.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I can pull out there. And then what's your birthday? What is your birthday? That's me in 25 days.
Yes.
Will be entering a plea of no contest, withdrawing our previously entered plea of not guilty in exchange for a withhold of adjudication and court cost prosecution. We'd be asking for the video until correctly.
Okay. Go. I'm really gonna be happy when they get the standing judges done, because I just really am not a big fan of sitting all day long. That's why I'm always standing. Yeah. All right, and it's a no valid driver's license, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get him sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Sir, would you please state your full name for the record?
Señor, diga su nombre completo para el acta.
And what's your date?
Lorenzo Juan Gaspar.
What's your date of birth?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento? June 25th, 1982.
And sir, you're charged with having no valid driver's license. Do you understand the maximum time you can spend in jail on that is 60 days?
Está acusado de haber conducido sin licencia válida. El máximo que podría cumplir en cárcel por ese delito son 60 días. Ajá.
And knowing that, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Sabiendo eso, ¿cómo se declara culpable, no culpable, no discute? Guilty.
May the record reflect no contest.
Yes, the record may reflect no contest. Have you read and signed a plea form?
Leyó y firmó el formulario de declaratoria. Leyó y firmó ese formulario. Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you will be giving up by entering into this plea?
Entendió todos los derechos a los cuales renuncia al hacer esta declaratoria. I didn't understand it.
So the plea form, that was it in Spanish?
Ese formulario está en español. Yes.
And so when you read it, did you not understand it?
¿Y usted no lo entendió? I didn't read it very well.
Your Honor, I explained it to him because I didn't believe he was literate.
Su abogado se lo explicó, los derechos que vendía.
Did your lawyer explain it to you?
Su abogado le explicó el contenido del formulario. Yes.
You understand that you have certain rights that are afforded to you as a defendant, like the right to have a trial by jury.
Comprende que hay ciertos derechos que usted como acusado tiene, como el derecho de ir a juicio con jurado. ¿Comprende eso? Ese es un derecho que usted tiene. Yes.
That you would have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf.
También podría llamar testigos a su favor.
If you had a trial, you would have that right. Do you understand that?
Si tuviera juicio, tendría ese derecho, ¿comprende? ¿Y habla español? ¿O dialecto?
Okay. And do you understand that the state of Florida has the burden of proving the charges against you?
Usted comprende que en un juicio, el Estado de la Florida tiene la obligación de probar los cargos en su contra, más allá de cualquier duda razonable. ¿Comprende eso? Yes.
And that when you enter into a plea, you're giving up those rights and you're going forward without ever having a trial.
Cuando usted hace una declaratoria como lo está haciendo aquí, usted renuncia, pierde esos derechos de ir a juicio. ¿Comprende? Yes.
And is that what you want to do today?
Eso es lo que usted quiere hacer en el día de hoy. I don't know.
Sure. It's definitely one of those days where I really want an afternoon coffee, but there will be very detrimental effects to me later if I do it. But I would really like to have it right now. Like a big one, like a big Starbucks. You know, something like that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna think about it out loud. Yes?
The issue is that Mr. Gaspar speaks very low Spanish, so he's not actually completely understanding the Suzuki.
He doesn't understand Spanish. Does he speak a different language?
He said, Your Honor, and the interpreter noticed that it was a language problem. He wasn't understanding. And he was asked by counsel, and Kristen, and he confessed that he speaks Canyolo.
That is a dialect similar to mine.
Okay. Well, I have to have him, I have to feel comfortable that he understands. And if he doesn't understand, then I can't take his plea.
Can we reset this for the March date and I'll order a
Yes. Yes.
interpreter for that date?
Yes. Let's reset it for March the 23rd at 2:30.
Thank you.
I mean, this, yeah, so the 23rd is my plea date. That's okay. Sometimes it takes us just all together trying to figure it out before we realize, oh yeah, this
I
isn't.
thought it was my broken Spanish in the beginning, but then when I involved with Lucy and she speaks perfect Spanish, it must be so 322 at 1:30?
Yes. No, 3:23. I think it's March the 23rd. March 22nd is my pre-trial date, the 23rd at 1:30, or I'm gonna have him come in at 2:30. It's 1:30. On the 23rd, I have a plea date there. So I'm gonna have him come in at 2:30, because I already loaded up 1:30, so we're gonna start at 2:30 now with the. Yes, so for me, it's like body language and then a look. When somebody gives me that look, they'll say yes, 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 and they're giving me the look. I'm like, no, 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 no. Well, I'm sorry, but we'll get it done for him.
You just have to figure it out.
No, I am too. I really am too.
And I have, he just gave me his phone number now, so I'll be able to reach out to him with a preparation.
Perfect.
And Judge, we must have his accurate address because he did show up today just with the notice.
Great.
So I'll see you. Okay. Adios.
All right, I think that's everybody, except for the people that didn't show up, which are a lot of people. Oh, let's go through the 1:30 first, and then we'll loop back to the 10.
Most everyone, well, actually everyone that I gave that advice to either showed up or we rectified their 10 o'clock. So anyone that I was worried about that wasn't going to show up, they all came.
I have a bunch of, it looks like on the pros, I have like 7 or 8 pro says on the 10 that I just want to take a look at them. But let's go through yours first, Mr. Armpriester. You have, it looks like about a dozen on the 1:30 that aren't here.
Where would you like?
Anywhere.
Tracy Escobar, 20 CT 966.
Okay,
Your Honor, my investigator recently made contact with her. She's been on medical leave for severe neurological problems. She sees her doctor this week. We have that March 22nd date now that I do have contact with her. I did ask her if she could be on the Zoom and on the phone right before court around 11:45. She did not sound good.
okay. And I note for the record that her notices are being returned undeliverable, so we need a good address for her.
I can provide one as soon as I get one.
Okay, because it says 3233 Karen Drive and return to sender. Yes,
Request that this be set for the 22nd.
okay. On that 1:30 date, require her appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe Ms. Armbruster and our investigator that the defendant has had medical issues, however, the defendant's appearance was required at this court hearing, and based on the age of the case, state we said it is kind of critical.
Okay. All right. Well, based on what Ms. Armbruster's told me about the medical, I am going to continue it to March 22nd at 1:30, and we'll require her appearance. Okay. Next.
Maybe on Zoom.
Yes, it can be on Zoom. Because it won't be a trial. It's going to be, just one of those, like we've done with some of the other people here, to just kind of let them know that we're reaching the end of our rope.
Sure. Judge, next is Victor H. Gallegos Vega, 20 CT 1811.
Okay.
He's in custody in Glades County with the U.S. Marshal hold, so I'm just not able to speak with him.
What's he in custody over there for?
I don't know.
No idea.
I could check, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, it'd be nice to find out. This one might be the least of his worries. Who knows when we're going to get him?
That's what my investigator basically told me.
Okay. This is Gallegos Vera, 20 CT 1811. All right. Who's next?
Where are we sending him now?
March 22nd at 10. Yeah.
Are we continuing him to the 22nd?
Yes.
The next I have would be Alejandro Guzman Montaner, 19 CT 2110.
Uh-huh.
Judge, I have notes from his ICE officer that he was removed on February 5th, 2020. So he's been reported.
And Your Honor, the state would just request a bench warrant be issued based on the deportation status of the case.
Okay.
That there not be a monetary amount attached to that.
Okay. Court will issue bench warrant ROR, 19 CT 2110.
Similar situation for Ferrara Chun, 20 CT 1871.
This last, oh, her tune. Yeah, there we go. Minor.
He is currently in ICE custody. I have not heard back on whether he's been removed or not, but he is in ICE custody.
Bench warrant ROR.
Aiden Rogia, 20 CT 1004. My client voluntarily removed himself from the country on October 27, 2020.
Okay.
State would make this request, Your Honor.
Bench warrant. This was, he just left the country?
No, it's, I will give you the option, either report you or you can leave.
Okay, bench warrant ROR. Okay.
It's still through ICE.
It's still through ICE. I didn't understand that part of it.
Yeah,
So.
they call it voluntary deportation.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have left, Nivaldo or Idel Nivaldo Vera, 20 CT 1167.
Yes.
I have not been able to maintain contact with this individual. I recently did an investigative request. I would argue against the bench warrant at this time only because I haven't had investigations on it long enough. But I do understand the court state's position also for
The state would request a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Well, let's see here.
it's a 20.
10-2-20, defendant not present. Notice to appear, 11-2-20, defendant not present. 1/11/2021, defendant not present, and nothing's coming back on this guy. No valid driver's license, bench warrant, $500 bond.
Judge, next is Stephen Vickers, 20 MM 92. Your Honor, this is my fault. He asked me if he needed to be here today, and I told him no, your court is at 10. And then at 11, I realized I was wrong. I did reach out to him. If we could reset this for 1:30, I believe it might have actually been set for status. Since I reached out to him since our last court date, Mr. Vickers contacts me at least twice a week.
Any objection, Mr. Rab?
I have no objection to setting on your March 22nd date at 1:30 with the state now issuing subpoenas.
Okay,
Thank you.
granted.
And that was completely my fault.
That's okay, it happens. All right, who do we have next?
Your Honor, I don't, Zaldivar, Giordani, Antonio has 2 cases.
Yes.
20 CT 214 as well as 20 MM 1142.
Okay.
Judge, at this point, I don't believe I have any representations to the court as it relates to these charges. It's a second degree misdemeanor DWLS and then a first degree petty theft.
His notices are coming back.
And I have not been successful in any of my attempts to locate, so I don't believe he's dodging my office. I think there's just something strange happening.
Yeah, like maybe he might have moved and didn't tell us because we can't find him and these cases are old. So I'm gonna do a bench warrant in both cases.
Judge, I actually have a note from today.
Yeah?
That my investigator spoke with the client's mom. She will do what she can to have the client call us. If you are going to issue a bench warrant, may it please be ROR.
Your Honor, one of these is a victim-related crime as it relates to petty theft.
Which one's a petty theft?
20 MM 1142.
All right, in 20 CT 214, it'll be ROR and 20 MM 1142, 500. Thank you.
And I believe that concludes my cases.
I think so too.
May I please be excused?
Wait a minute, what about Hassan Carlisle? Did we address him? Hassan Carlisle, 20 CT 249?
Your Honor, I have attempted to contact this individual. I just today got my investigator to look into it. The only thing I can consider is last time I spoke with Mr. Hobson, he had a pending felony that was no cross, and I'm wondering if he got this case away with that. Other than that, I don't have other representation.
All right, bench warrant, ROR. And then just, I want to ask you guys a question really quick before we launch into the rest. See if I heard back from Judge Foster. I sent him an email earlier because he's got a calendar call for his week, which is the week of the 22nd. It looks like he's doing his calendar call at 9. And I was thinking that after the 19th, we set those some of my cases that week of the 23rd, whether I should just maybe set up like a Zoom call at maybe 11. I haven't heard back from him, darn it. I am. I'm available all day, like maybe like 1:30 or something. No. I'm talking about, so I'm back up for Judge Foster on his trial week, which starts the 22nd, but I scheduled everybody for status on the 19th, and I slotted a bunch of cases that week where it's actually Judge Foster's week. But if he doesn't have anything go, then obviously we'll be going. So you think maybe do 1:30, it'd be better? It's the 22nd, yeah, the 22nd. So 23rd would be the start of the trial week.
I just have to double check that I don't have any conflicts with my pocket, but whatever your Honor.
Okay. All right.
I'll go ahead and put 1:30.
You know what? Let me look and see what time Judge Adams is starting on the 22nd. That way, I don't want to.
He may not even have court.
I know he might not. Let's see.
I just have to check.
I can figure that out because I can look at his calendar right now.
Your Honor, I know this will leave a cover for me.
That's true. That's true.
So we can go ahead
and figure it out. So I'm gonna have the private attorneys too. Let's see. It's not being really user friendly for me today. There he is. And that was the date. It looks like he's got a lot of stuff going on that day. 22nd. Oh, this is like, that day is like my day today. Although when I look at his calendar for 2/22, I don't see anything set at 1:30. So I think if I would be good if I set it at 1:30, that'd be a good time. Because he's got a 9 and a 10 DD. Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So we're done with your cases, Ms. Armpriester, but we have a whole bunch more to go through the pro ses. Yes, you may.
Can I just speak with Mr. Rapp?
Sure. Thank you.
Jeff? Good, how are you?
Hi, Jeff.
Bye.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Gary.
Did I miss anybody? No, maybe not. She did not say bye to the court smart people. Now they're going to be really unhappy. She meant to, though. We know she did. All right. There we go. Let me get the moving treadmill up here, too. That would be good. Like Judge Martin has. I'm coveting her treadmill test. All right, let's go back to 15th and the handful that we have left. Let's look at our 10 o'clock first of all. First person I see on the 10 o'clock is Joel Campbell, 20 MM 1756. He has not been present for like anything, which is why we set him for today, mandatory appearance. Bench warrant, $2,000 bond. Next we have is Maxon Dormaville, 20 CT 1762. Not present. I wonder why I moved it to this docket. I only see one time where he didn't appear. Doesn't look like there's been multiple failures to appear. I only see one. Well, let's do on this one bench warrant ROR. Maybe that'll get his attention. Teresa Gray, 20 CT 1422. Multiple failures to appear. Yeah, 3. Return mail. Whole bunch of them. Expired driver's license and motor vehicle insurance. Bench warrant, $500 per count. Cruz Martinez, 20 CT 1733. Oh, we did? Thank you. Must not have marked it off my dashboard. Timothy Moore, 20 CO 690.
Yes, Your Honor, that's, I think you're on this case.
All right, bench warrant, $500 bond. Heather Olivier, 20 CT 1345.
That is also.
Oh yeah, we can't find this guy. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. Matthew Rodriguez, 20 CT 1881. We did? Thank you. Every once in a while I miss one. Did we get Ben Chirolia? 20 CT 1312. And he's also on your list as somebody we just haven't had the pleasure.
As someone who hasn't had enough cases.
Teletype. 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 Oh, he must have been somewhere else. Looks like he posted bond out of a different county.
He was apparently present on your January pretrial, non-jury pretrial, Your Honor. Mr. Green was covering for me at the time.
Okay.
Said at that point that he was still working on his license. This was continued to today. It was the state's intention to set this on the March docket for trial.
Let's do a bench warrant ROR on this. He at least has been here before. That looks like everybody that was on the 10 o'clock. Is that everyone? Yes? All right. First one I have is Edvin Aguilar Perez, 20 CT 1774. Not present, not present. Not present, not present. He hasn't come here at all, even once. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. Alexis Badillo, 20 CT 1724. Another no valid driver's license. 1, 2, 3. I don't see that this defendant's ever appeared either. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. Samantha Bowerman, 20 CT 1045. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. She hasn't been here even once either. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. Joel Campbell, 20 MM 1756. Did we do him already? Yes, we took care of Mr. Campbell. All right. We already took care of Mr. Hassan Carlisle. Jamar Cunningham, 20 CT 907. Let's see what's up with Mr. Cunningham. He hasn't been here even once either. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. Did we do Maxon Dormeval?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I recognize that name. Teresa Gray, 20 CT 1422.
Yes.
We took care of her too?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. William Grubbs, we take care of him?
No.
Okay. 20 CT 592. No, I don't see any. This has been going on since March 2020. Bench warrant, $1,000 bond. We got Nelson Lopez Sanchez, right? Did you take care of him?
No.
You didn't, okay. Nelson Lopez Sanchez, 19 CT 2566. And not present. I haven't seen him appear even once either. Bench warrant, $500 bond. Bruce Martinez, 20 CT 1733. We did. Okay, thank you. Did we do Jose Mendez?
No.
20 CT 951. Nope, hasn't been here at all. Benchmark $500 bond. Devin Montgomery, 20 CT 404.
This defendant has failed to appear numerous times. It looked like back in August, he stated he wanted to hire either a private attorney or a public defender.
And we haven't seen him at all. Benchmark $1,000 bond. Timothy Moore, 20 CO 690. Oh, we took care of him too? Well, I missed a lot of them today. How about Luis Nazco Rocha? We didn't take care of him. 20 CT 1530. There's another one where he probably just didn't change his address. He hasn't been here at all. I don't see him. I don't see him here at all. A benchmark $1,000 bond. We did Heather Olivier, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Did we do Ben Trolia? I think we did too. Yeah. That's the last one I'm seeing. Great. Got her done. Fantastic. Oh, thank you. And tomorrow we got VOPs, and then we got that plea docket, which isn't that bad. We only have 6 cases on the plea docket. We had a few more. It looks like some of them dropped off. Yep, okay. This can be ended. See, Tommy, you look good on TV there. You're on YouTube. You see yourself?
Whoa.
Yeah.